Today I'm going to show you how to improve your Redline from 8200 RPMs all the way to 8600 RPMs on the gauge cluster of an E90 M3. Damn. Starts quick. Welcome back to Sal's Garage, and in this video I'm going to be modifying my modified gauge clusters on the E93 M3. In general, the S65 engine has a Redline of 8400 RPM, but this gauge cluster for some reason has the Redline at around 8200 RPM because it uses the same gauge cluster as the M5, the V10 M5, which has a Redline of 8200 RPM. So it does bother me that the Redline is not accurate. Now we also tuned the M3 to increase the Redline to 8600 RPM. So I'm going to be modifying that Redline right there and changing that to 8600 RPM because I want to be able to not only rev up there but also have the gauge cluster be accurate. These are Venoxy gauge clusters. They are custom made from eBay. I'll put a link down in the description below if you want to buy one for yourself. They have many different options and colors. And I do already have a video on how to remove this gauge cluster out of the car, so I'll also put a link to that video as well so that you guys can follow along. So we have the cluster out now. Now we need to separate the backing, which is, I believe, a bunch of T10 screws. Slowly separate it. Watch out for the needle right here. Let's cut the Redline on this paper backing, and you can do this on the stock or a modified gauge cluster like mine. First, I'll start with the slit here. I'm gonna go to 8600 RPM. And I'm trying to just carefully cut off the rest of this piece here. Boom. Okay. Shortened the Redline. So now go ahead and take your piece of yellow vinyl and we're going to place it right over here, because when I measured it, this yellow piece of vinyl is going to extend the Redline like so, and then just cut out the excess. Here's our new extended Redline. I'm just going to cut out the excess vinyl right over here and we'll be golden. As you can see here, increased Redline to 8600 RPM. It's the little things like this that really make a big difference, I believe, in terms of how the car drives and feels. You don't have to cut your Redline here. You can order your Venoxy gauges with an 8600 RPM Redline. Just leave a message for them and tell them to do it. I forgot to do that, so I had to cut this myself, and it's not perfect, but if you look from far away, obviously can't tell the difference too much. And then just add the yellow vinyl tape in there and you're golden. So let's go ahead and put everything back and we'll see how it looks on the car. New 8600 RPM Redline looks really sweet. Definitely a cool mod. Let's go ahead and put it inside the car and then see what it looks like with the lights illuminated. Let's see what it looks like with the lights on. Let me turn off the flash. Wow, looks really good. Variable Redline is lowered right now, but we'll turn on the car and then we'll get the car warmed up and see where it ends up at. Alright, so this is the new gauges at night with the lights on. Wow. like that increased red line makes the car look a lot more aggressive and meaner, and it really does rev to 8600 RPM. As you can see here shortly, I'll do a little pull to Redline once it's warmed up. Here we go. Damn. That was fun. Quick. Gave it the Italian tune-up. That's what the valve's closed, and it has amazing induction noise with the glass plenum. Man, this new increased red line on the gauge cluster is really addicting. It totally changes the driving experience. I felt like before I had to kind of short shift it. Now I feel like I can just keep going and going, and I'm holding my shifts longer. So, you know, it's not just an aesthetic thing. It really, psychologically, it really makes me feel like I can keep going on the rev range. You know, you just glance down and you don't see red anymore. You just keep going. It really makes a difference. That extra 400 RPMs really pulls hard. Like this is a high revving V8 motor, so you really want to push it all the way to Redline. That's where the peak power is made. So I highly recommend this mod. Very subtle, very easy to do. It really changes the driving experience, especially if you have 8600 Redline, if you tune for it. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate each and every one of you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below, and also a like if you can. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.